Hi, my name is Chris, and welcome to the first indoor episode of Try New Things. Today I'm back out on the Oh, it's a sharp line. It's a little bit creepy. Let it burn down, then I'll throw some. So hopefully the lighting in here isn't too bad. It's just too cold to be outside. I think it's 15 degrees out. The good news is we woke up to a white Christmas here in Kentucky, which was a nice surprise. But that came with the cold weather. And you know it's cold when the canned food the wife puts out for the stray cats is frozen into some sort of nasty macaroon looking thing. So I came out in the garage today and went to plug in my space heater and it died. So I had to go to the storage unit and get my backup propane unit. So I got my big buddy out here cranking now. I can still see my breath, but it's sure warm up enough to get something done here in the garage today. So now we're cranking on the big buddy here, which is propane. So it may get a little loopy here in a bit, but we'll turn that down when it warms up. When I first got my chainsaw earlier this year, I got it primarily because I had two cherry trees that I wanted to take out in our yard here at the house. And part of that exercise was getting rid of the stumps as well. And I'm fairly certain that by the time I cut through all the roots that I had severely dulled the chain. To the point when I got out to the farm months later to use the chainsaw again, it was a very painful experience to use that chainsaw. It was more burning its way through the wood than cutting its way through the wood. Rather than sharpening the chain, which I have never done in my life, I went out and bought a new one. And what a world of difference a new chain or a sharp chain makes when you're cutting through the wood. So today, what I wanted to do is sharpen my chain for the first time ever. I know there's different ways to sharpen a chainsaw chain. I remember my dad, probably over 40 years ago now, using his specialty files to sharpen his chain on his chainsaw. But today I'm going to do something a little different. When I was watching YouTube, came across a number of videos. The one that I would recommend to you guys, and I'll try to remember to put a link in the description below, is from Wrangler Star, where he does a demonstration of the Stihl chainsaw sharpener tool. And that seemed pretty slick. It seemed idiot-proof, and since I've never sharpened a chainsaw chain in my life, I figure I'm the best idiot to try it out to see if that claim is true or not. Whether or not any idiot can sharpen a chainsaw chain if they just have the right equipment. So let me show you. So here is the tool that I'm talking about. I went to our local Stihl representative and just told him what I was looking for. And I'm glad I did, because apparently there are different models of this depending on what chain you're looking to sharpen. And up here in the corner it says 3/8 P, and that corresponds to the 3/8 P that's on my chainsaw and my chain. So I just gave him the model, the MS-170. He knew exactly which one I needed, and he handed me this. And I handed him some money and I was on my way. So what I've done today is I've taken the new chain off the chainsaw and I put the old one back on, and I'm going to attempt to sharpen this for the first time, or sharpen any chainsaw for the first time using this new system, and letting you know how that goes. So this should be pretty easy. I'll show you the diagram in a little bit. But essentially you line up the tool, has this edge parallel with your chain, and then it's parallel on the back again. And when you're running it through the teeth, you run it horizontal. Essentially you just run it through, and it is sharpening all the contacts at the same time. And if it's as easy as it claims to be, I think this may actually be idiot proof. I may have to brave the cold a little later and go out and try this on a piece of wood. This chain was so bad and so dull, it'll be easy for me to see if there's a difference and whether I've done a decent job of sharpening this chain or not. Once I've cycled through every other tooth in this direction, I'll turn the chainsaw around in the vise and come back and do every other tooth in the other direction. So I've gone ahead and I've flipped the chainsaw in the vise 180 degrees, and what I had to do is flip the tool over, and you can still see that my direction of travel is in that direction. So once again, you just line it up with the edge of the tool parallel to the chain. You run it through, sharpening each of the teeth or every other tooth in the other direction. And this should be all there is to it. So here are the simple instructions that came with it. No real words, but still pretty easy to figure out. So I would say, yes, this is fairly idiot-proof way to sharpen your chainsaw chain. Now I'm going to take it outside, try it out, and if it cuts, it worked. If it doesn't cut, then I am an idiot. More to come. So first impressions, I'd say that cut nearly as good as a new chain. Maybe if I did a couple more passes on each tooth when I was sharpening it, it may have gotten slightly sharper, but it's certainly very capable of cutting through some wood, so I can't wait to try that out at the farm, and we'll cut some more trees down. But it should be a lot cheaper sharpening them than continuing to buy new chains every time it gets dull. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.